Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive. It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
RJ, you watching? What?
Come on here, man.
Hey, I'm the Ravens.
You ain't gonna do nothing here.
Why did right here? I dropped it in my mic.
He's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Tannehill. And oh, that nearly an opening drive on ENT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is fielded at the 27. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 34. Now a first carry for Latavius on 2nd down. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Shout out all day.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl. The tuck roll. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown.
He said he hates this fucking game.
And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. It's caught, and it's 8-0. So they're able to pull it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Ready to return. Here's Hilliard. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game.
Touchdown, Titans. Julio Jones, 85 yards.
But I sold that my shot trying to scratch my leg.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. And the kick is no good. How about that? He misses on the extra point, and the score holds at 8-6. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Jackson, he's going to look deep for Watkins. And that's caught inside the 35. And now a fumble. The ball's out. It's picked up by the Titans. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Whenever we call a game that's in the snow.
Share your screen with me.
Do what?
Share your screen with me.
My internet is fast enough, okay?
No.
We have to focus a little.
You said,
You hold L2 and you start picking. And it start like
Trying to make sure we
trying
get the right numbers and
but
players
you know
that
what
we're
I'm talking
calling.
hmm?
You know how we
Guys
play
in the
Madden,
game,
hold
think
L2
about the guys
and
on
he
the
start like
field. Their focus
hold
has
his
to really
arms out
increase as
and
well because
you know
so
what I'm
many
talking
things coming
Yeah.
at you.
celebrate. You gotta start doing it. Derek got it. And Derek called the fuck.
Or if you don't, you cough it up like they did right there.
Stupid stuff. Yeah, calm down.
Oh, you're broadcasting.
The Titans.
I thought you were broadcasting. Yeah.
And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time. See if the
I don't see
defense,
it.
you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense. Not giving up the long pass. They did.
Hold on. You got all reason.
Not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
You got all reason _12 YT.
And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11.
Oh, I hear it.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him.
So
Hey, who got the time? Who got the time?
Fumble recovery of their own. You've got to reward them, don't you? You've got to stay out on the field, give them a chance to rest, and how about doing it the way they did it, running the
No, dear, you on YouTube, dear.
Would not have wanted to go 3 and out. They avoid that right there.
Yeah, they avoided the glares as they went back to the bench, didn't they?
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Dear, run the ball. Why you running so slow, dear?
JP.
4 yards yards the pickup, first down. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Here's Tannehill. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game?
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
4th and short, and in this part of the field, you just know the special teams coordinator was rallying the team, saying, watch the fake, but Brandon, don't they usually say that on every punting situation?
Oh, yeah, they can be up 40 in the 4th quarter. That's their job. They scream that every time.
And this time, though, his team locked in, and they were well aware that it truly was a situation that they could fake it, and they were ready for it and stopped it. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Off the... And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 8-6 the score after 1. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They go play action now. Jackson. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Marquise Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And man, Charles, talking about singing something in there. And those gloves, they help with... catches the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the... The Titans set and ready to go on offense. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 11. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now they try the right side here. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. To throw is Tannehill, sliding out of the pocket. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And they're going to try this again. It's another fake. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
4th and short, and in this part of the field, you just notice special teams coordinators rallying the team saying, watch the fake, but Brandon, don't they usually say that on every punting situation?
Oh, yeah, they can be up 40 in the 4th quarter. That's their job. They scream that every time.
And this time, though,
into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
It was Chuck Clark coming up to make the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones. And they work this out past the 25.
They were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. The Titans going to use the 1st of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On 2nd and 12, Tannehill. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this one incomplete. A 50-50 ball in the end, nearly intercepted. And now it's 3rd down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
Here's Brett Kern now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, looking into the snowflakes, and he muffs it. It's picked up by the Titans. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget Paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. And look at this, another fake. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Going deep here for Watkins. And this is caught. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 44 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
But they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a 2-point conversion because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more 2-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
And, that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick. It heads straight out of bounds. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. A reminder, coming up at halftime, while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box, we'll be sending you to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. it's Tannehill. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt.
And they're going to try this again. It's another fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. There are times to run that fake, and there are times to not run it, and this, without question, would fall in the latter category.
Well, I don't know about without question, partner. I think we should look at the analytics on this one because, oh, yeah, the analytics say, yeah, without question. You should have gone ahead and punted the football because now, not only did you not get it, and you really have no chance.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go play action with Jackson. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Jackson. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is caught. But the bank judge right there to say incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Going to throw deep for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. To throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On 1st down, it's Tannehill. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Patrick Queen, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, They feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
So we've reached halftime. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. But pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 2.
And guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Finding room to the 20. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. They'll set up to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Calais Campbell able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill, and this is incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Tyus Bowser with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. They snap it to Tannehill. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And that makes him now 0 for 3 on 4th down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on 4th down. I think they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions because it's not working for them.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape. I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, and now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Open man Julio, touchdown Tennessee. Julio Jones. His second touchdown of the night. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now Bullock to add the extra point. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. A break there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line. So that one will be accepted. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 40. Looking to throw. Jackson steps away to his left. And bulldozing his way through. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to take possession here at their own 33. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you, and that may have been what happened there.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Murray, strong running. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Following the penalty, it's Murray. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he will have a Ravens 1st down. He needed 5. He got it barely as it will officially go down.
Game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 1st down, Murray. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Defense. Yeah, they'll get the yardage on the run and get 15 more for good measure.
Yeah, that wasn't too difficult to spot. You heard the sideline erupting, and the flags came out almost immediately.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. Murray. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Latavius Murray taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
They'll try to run with Murray. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
7 yards, the pickup there.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Play action. It's Tannehill. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Justin Houston leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Under pressure, they got him again. Patrick Queen able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Latavius Murray with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. They'll try to run with Murray. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the two-point conversion. And they're able to ground it in there on the two-point try. And you and I were talking before the game. The two-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for two, they...
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. And that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit, or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now Mike Vrabel unsure of that last call. He's going to throw out the red flag. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They'll try to run with Murray. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Ready to return, here's Hilliard. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Titans on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 7. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of first. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Still 15 yards to go, 2nd down.
41's coming, 41's a mic. Hey, pick your game up.
A handoff. It's Murray. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Murray. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 48 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. On 1st down, Murray, and he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2, and that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Latavius Murray, a 9-yard touchdown run, and the Ravens add on. So now once again, the Ravens will go for 2. They'll try to run with Murray. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got to take One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes has a way of catching up with you.
RJ.
What?
I'm blowing this man out. 52 to 13. Bro, play the mic.
Get away following the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down shy of there at the 24. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively.
So we sat in meetings with coaches, and they use the term
Okay.
complementary football. Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 2nd and 10. Tannehill looking deep for Julio. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it, and the Ravens are going to take over here up near the 40. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this on the field, it feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Jackson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
He traveled.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
Come on, man. Come on.
So that a good call by John Harbaugh and tossing out that red flag. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Murray.
Where y'all at, man? I'm trying.
7-yard line. 3 yards.
Yeah, man, bro. We going better, man. Y'all.
About 4 to go.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
We lost.
And he will have a Ravens first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll run on first down. Murray, and he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. That was 2nd down run for Murray.
Okay, this fucking free throw.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 87 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. on again with Murray. He's seen a ton of action tonight. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts.
Oh my God.
And talk over what to do next.
Get down with. Dude, what did you coming up for?
This is 3rd and a yard. Now a give. This is Murray. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Why you keep coming up?
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and he'll continue to rely on it. The chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
Now they'll run. Murray. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
I lost.
As they will again try for 2. They'll try to run with Murray. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the... Try for 2.
Boom. Go. Oh, hell no. Hell no.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Oh.
Big mistake here by the kicker, kicking it out of bounds.
The one that drives coaches crazy. Keep it in the field of play and let your guys cover.
Oh, here we go. Now it's over with, bruh. Man, I stole the game, this shit.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3
First
yards
off
on first down.
of the fucking year.
Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So now they have to contend
The fuck is
with
I'm doing like he can't shoot?
first down run goes backwards. Throwing over the middle, and it's in.
Like he can't shoot. Like, what the
That incompletion
fuck?
is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident
Oh, he can't shoot.
everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after the ice is down, he's going to be a nice long circuit hot tub after this one. He's going to do it.
RJ,
Once again,
What?
as he throws fortunately.
58 to 13.
And look at this, another fake. And a dangerous throw there as that's not
Dude, I'm finna keep the ball. I'm finna give you my little extra 2 points real quick.
Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Damn, I'm at the 48-yard line too.
Asking a lot of your
here. I need to get up just a little bit.
Able to deliver.
I need to get up at least a little bit.
An awful lot of the punt team there, because if it's 4th and 4, 4th and 3, you've got a chance, right? That's a manageable distance to try and pick up when you're running a fake, but when that number's actually been in the weight room and it's pumped up like it was, that's difficult to do, all right? So you might even think to yourself, if I let my offense on the field, would they be able to pick that up? You could run a nice play and not get that distance.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it, and the Ravens have got it.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. A big offensive explosion leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.